Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Big John, aka the amazing fasting fat man, aka the incredible shrinking man. I'd first like to thank all you guys for hanging in there with me while I organize my life a little bit better. I know it's been a long time since my last video, I think like 2 weeks, and I apologize for that, but I do have things a little bit, better in control, I should say. I was really burning the candle at both ends between the two businesses. I was working practically like 10, 11 hours a day, barely sleeping. It was basically a time management issue, my darling wife pointed out to me. Basically, I was trying to do too much too fast. So I've adjusted such that now I could, again, bring you guys regular programming. In fact, I'm thinking, with my new time management skill, actually my wife set up a schedule, but with that I might be able to bring you guys even more content. One of the things I was thinking about was starting another channel, one not based on weight loss or anything like that, but based on other things of interest. I don't want to mix the eggs, but I find that a few times on the free fasting calls, my calls have gone on a tangent where we're speaking about other things other than the weight loss, like my opinion on different issues, current event issues. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm a very opinionated person, so maybe I should start, a different channel where I just address current events, be it movies, be it politics, all that thing. I'm not going to go too heavy on the politics because I know, there's a lot of tribalism when it comes to American politics. Like, I'm an independent voter. I have no allegiance to either party, and I think that's really the best way to go because it allows you the freedom to criticize both parties. I find that a lot of times when people is in one party over the other, it's kind of like when you're in a family and someone in your family, screws up, but other people can't criticize that person, only you can. So even though they screw up, you try to defend them, even though some of the things is indefensible. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, the fasting fat man is back, and guys, I have good news and I have bad news. Let's go to the videotape. The 217. Yeah, that happened. Like after about a month, I in essence lost what, like a quarter of a pound. Like, this never happens to me. So basically, I was a little bit shocked, as you could tell. But I took the time to think about it, and pretty much I think what has happened is I've hit a plateau, which is perfectly fine. Now, that's not the bad news. That's actually the good news, because in hitting the plateau, it's become a teaching moment where, I could show you guys that, like, yes, sometimes, during weight loss, you will reach a plateau and you won't see any weight being lost. The thing is to stick to what you're doing. Don't, all right, fine, I've hit the plateau. Now what? What do I do? I'm not going to stop being nomad. I'm not going to stop going to the gym. I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. So even if I hit the plateau back when I was fasting, which is pretty much impossible, but anyway, even if that happened back then, I would have still kept fasting. But it's happening now. And some of the reasons for it, from what I was reading, is it could be that my body has reached the desired weight for me, and it's not going to, get any smaller, which is possible. I mean, I do have mounds and mounds of extra skin. So for all I know, like, if I did get the skin loss surgery, it could take off another like 30, 40 pounds, which would put me right about where I should be. Because, for my height, my weight should be about like anywhere from 180, 185, about that, because I'm a larger frame person. It could be that. The other things I read about, it can't be too much carbs, because the only carbs I have is from vegetables. during my OMAD. Although there is this bread that I do have. It's called Schmidt Old Time TYME 647. It's delicious and it's very low carb. Only 6 grams of carb per slice, and each slice is 40 calories. So on occasions when I do have bread in my OMAD meal, if I don't make it myself with with the cloud bread recipes I get online, then that's pretty much what I'll have. So it's not that. I work out now every other day because I'm trying to bulk up. I don't know if you can see no, you probably can't see it through this black shirt, but I'm getting the pecs. The pecs can move now. So I work out every other day because again, my next goal now is to get Diesel like Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock, for the next year. So I'm not going to stop working out. Somebody had asked me if I would do another fast to get to it. I don't think that's necessary because at this stage now I'm more focused on getting the six-pack and transforming my body. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to hit 195, but if it's a matter of extra skin holding me back from 195, then I'm not hitting that anytime soon because I have no intentions of doing the skin surgery. I had one of my clients, he showed me pictures of a friend of his who did have the skin surgery, and unfortunately for that friend, he picked up a little bit more weight. So what happened is the fat started distributing around the scars of the skin surgery. So it was like little lumpy fat, and you could literally see where the incisions and things were made. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no intentions of getting fat again, but if God forbid it were to happen, I get into an accident or something, I become depressed, you name it, I don't want the fat being distributed like that. That was not a good look, So pretty much I'm going to stick with what I'm doing in terms of autophagy. Someone mentioned if I do a dry fast every other day, I might be able to speed up the skin loss, and that's fine. I'll keep that in the advisement. You know how I feel about dry fasting, but if it's just a 24-hour dry fast, I don't, I'm not too worried about it. People could go longer, and I'm very proud of them, but I'm not as brave as you guys may think. Yes, I know 150 days was a lot, but I cherish water. I love water. So that could be some of the reasons. I know it's not my diet. I eat OMAD. I try to keep the calories between 1,800 and 2,200. And that's another thing too. A lot of you guys got to realize, like, just to maintain your weight, whatever you weigh, add a 0 to it, and that's how much calories per day you have to take in just to stay at that weight if you have a sedentary lifestyle. So when I was 530 pounds, that basically means I was taking in 5,300 calories a day just to maintain that weight. Right now I'm doing light weights and heavy reps because I want to cut up, but maybe I should just get the weights even lighter because it's not like I'm pushing up 100 reps. I'm doing it like like whatever I could get to 20, but maybe I should cut that out so it becomes more of a cardio than anything, because I do want to bulk. But I think what I'll do is I'll increase the cardio, because so far I'll jump on an elliptical rider for a half hour after my workout. So maybe what I'll do is, and it's 3 times a week, so maybe what I'll do is I'll start going daily. Now, I know some of you are wondering, why don't I just work out at home? I do have equipment in my house. So you got to think, the cardio equipment is the Bowflex tread climber. Now, here go the thing with the tread climber. It's a noisy machine. Now, if I work out, I have to work out late night, because during the day, of course, between the dual jobs I'm doing, giving the fasting advice and taking care of my son, it's impossible to work out. Now, when my wife come home, I have to catch up on a lot of the other work that I couldn't get done during the day. So I'm pretty much in this office just catching up on that. And then by the time they go to sleep, I can't work out because that's a very noisy machine. Now in the gym, when I go, his grandmother's watching him. I'm able to just concentrate my hour and a half on the gym and just working out, and there's nothing disturbing me. So what I'll probably do is I'll find a way to put 2 more days in there at the gym, and do strictly cardio, and maybe that'll help speed up the process. If there's a process to speed up, like I said, it could just simply be that I've reached my weight, my set point, as they call it, and it's all the extra skin that's there that's just giving me the heavier weight. It's possible. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. This is just something I've read over the internet when I saw that, pretty much I haven't lost anything in like a month, which is a shock to me. I mean, guys, think about it. When I was fasting, it's like I step on the scale, 7 pounds gone, 10 pounds gone. Like, that was just incredible to me. And even when I was doing OMAD, yes, it wasn't as dramatic, but still I could be good for 3 pounds, 4 pounds. But when you have absolutely 0 pound loss, it could be a bit discouraging, but I'm not discouraged. Just remember, if you're doing the right thing and you're eating correctly and you're working out, don't worry about the scale. Just keep doing it. This is a lifestyle change. Like, it's always that last bit that you have to lose that's always the hardest. I've always heard it. I've never experienced it because I've never come this far in weight loss before. But right now, I'm up to that last bit that's getting increasingly harder to lose, and I'm not worried about it. I mean, I would love to hit it, but let's say next year I never hit it. I peak out at 210, 220, but I'm built like The Rock. Am I going to be disappointed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, find encouragement from me, learn from me. If you do get to the point that, your weight loss is stagnant, don't give up. The last thing you want to do is go back to any bad eating habit or regimen because you're discouraged. Because what does that do? Like, how does that help the situation? Remember what I always say, the scale either go up, down, or it stays the same. And out of the three, which is better? Going down is the best. Staying the same is still better than going up, always, regardless. And the other thing too is muscles is far more dense than fat. So as you gain muscles, the more muscles you gain, you could actually increase in weight. So, you guys got to keep that in mind too. And you know what? If I bulk up, I don't mind, again, if I'm like 210, 220 solid. Absolutely not. That's not a problem at all, But, okay, what I need you guys to do is in the comment section, let me know some of the things you would like me to discuss or talk about other than weight loss. So then I could formulate an idea of whether or not to start another channel that has nothing to do with weight loss, where I'm just the opinionated fat man and I'm telling you guys my views on life, everything. Like, even if it's a movie, like, oh, I forgot to tell you the bad news. The bad news, guys, the bad news is, for the first time in a long time, I binged on Netflix. Yes, I caught myself. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry I set that up like that. Guys, I just told you guys earlier that, I'm doing everything right. So when I say I binge, I thought I pretty much gave it away. I binged on Netflix. I haven't binged in a long time. I find myself binging Altered Carbon because you guys know I'm a sci-fi head. And what's worse is after binging like about 3 episodes of Altered Carbon, I turned around and started watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, also on Netflix. Now, the reason that's bad news is because I told you guys that I try to beat the addict in me at every step of the way. And the thing is, binging behavior, even if it's just movies, like sitting there, staying all night and getting like 2-3 hours of sleep, watching TV, that to me, like, I know I might sound silly, but to me, it's like a slippery slope that could lead to me, awakening the other beast in me. I know it sounds silly, but when I did it, I was like, what are you doing? Dude, get some sleep. There's no need to stay up all night watching TV. You could always watch this and spread it out throughout the week. But I don't know. It's crazy. I normally like anything I want to watch. The Walking Dead, anything with violence in it, I pretty much have to watch that late night. I usually save that for Friday, Saturday night, maybe Sunday. But lately I haven't been doing that. I usually reserve about an hour, 2 hours just to like catch up on some things. But I haven't been able to do that. So like again, Altered Carbon came on and I love the first season. And I watch an episode. I'm like, okay, after this episode's over, I'm gonna go to sleep. Then the other one came on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. Then the third one, I'm like, no, you know what? Okay, I'm done. This third one, I'm not gonna watch anymore. I'm done. And then I take it off, and then I see Sabrina, and I'm like, wait a minute, this Sabrina, the Teenage Witch from the Archie comics, and you guys may not notice I was a comic book geek. I used to collect comics when I was younger. So yes, like on top of Marvel and DC, I did collect Archie comics, believe it or not. I know. Think of me what you will, but it is what it is. So then I start watching and I realize it's a far darker theme than the comic book. It's not lighthearted like the one that used to be on ABC or anything like that. I just wanted to see what it was about. But then I got kind of roped into it. So now I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna watch an episode. Again, I sat there and watched 3 episodes. So that's like 6 hours of my sleep time that I miss binging. That's not good. So that's the bad news. And I'm sorry I set it up like that, but I figure I keep you guys on your toes. If you paid attention to the clues in the beginning, then you would have known that I couldn't have possibly binged on food. I just don't do that. Now, before I go, I would like to thank all the clients that I have. You guys are superstars. You're doing wonderful. You're making me proud. I cannot wait to show your progress to the rest of the crew, with your permission, of course. As for all you guys that I've spoke to on the phone during the free fasting call, guys, it's been a blast. I love talking to you guys. I love being able to tailor a program for you and set things straight. I am totally happy about that. And there's several people who filled out an application for coaching. And I try to email you and call you guys back. So like if you have filled out an application for coaching, right? Do me a favor, email me, tell me you filled out an application for coaching and whether or not I've been in touch with you. That's very important because like I'm inundated with applications and there's only a certain amount of clients that I could responsibly handle. So pretty soon, I'm going to have to like put people on waiting lists. So I don't want anyone who's already sent in an application to be closed out from this process because of anything I did in terms of not responding properly or not calling or overlooking an application. So if you have filled out an application for coaching and want me to be your one-on-one coach, please email me at the email address that I'm going to have at the bottom of the screen and just tell me, listen, I want one-on-one coaching, and leave your phone number. I will call you. We'll discuss it, and I could add you, to my group. My goal is to get as much of you guys from fat to thin as possible. It reminds me of the old John Lennon song. Imagine all the people fasting just like me. You may think that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope you guys out there will listen, and together we will lose tons. All right, guys, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all. Take care. Yes, the Fasting Fat Man is back. You won't have to wait weeks on end for another video. I will fill you in more regularly. In fact, again, in the comment section, just let me know what other topics you'd like me to discuss so I could set up the other channel. And that's pretty much it, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye.